This is Radhika. I am going to give a video lecture on AC machine. Subject code is 18E403C. So, in this, we are going to discuss about the chapter is performance of single phase transformers. So, in this, today we are going to discuss about condition for maximum efficiency. So condition for maximum efficiency. So in last class we discussed about the total losses, that will be the losses occurring in a transformer, core losses and copper losses. The total core losses is sum of hysteresis losses and eddy current losses, already we discussed, and the total copper losses will also be discussed, and also we can discuss the efficiency also. So uh, today the losses in any electrical machine, loss can be defined as the difference between input power and output power. An electrical transformer is a static device. Hence, mechanical losses like windage or friction losses are absent in it. A transformer only consists of electrical losses, that is iron losses and copper losses. Transformer losses are similar to losses in a DC machine, except that transformers do not have mechanical losses. Transformers are the most highly efficient electrical devices. Most of the transformers have a full load efficiency between 95 to 98 percentage. As a transformer being highly efficient, output and input are having nearly same value, and hence efficiency is calculated in terms of watt or kilowatt. So here, so in this, but in some types of transformers, their performance cannot be judged by this efficiency. For example, distribution transformers have their primaries energized all the time, but their secondary supply little load or no load most of the time during absent or very little. Copper losses are considerable only when transformers are loaded. Thus, for such transformers, copper losses are relatively less important. The performance of such transformers is compared on the basis of energy consumed in one day. So, in this transformers, the efficiency is calculated in terms of kilowatt hour. So, the losses in transformer is the total losses are iron losses or core losses, and second is the copper losses. And iron or core losses will be divided as the hysteresis and eddy current losses. In core iron or core losses, these losses are caused by the alternating flux in the core and consist of hysteresis and eddy current losses. The hysteresis loss and eddy current loss is the hysteresis loss WH is equal to KH, it is the constant, into maximum flux density of 1.6 and F into V watts, and eddy current loss W is equal to KE of B maximum square F square T square V watts, where KH and KE are proportional constants which depends on volume and material of the core. F is the frequency of supply in hertz. So V is the volume of the core in meter cube. Maximum flux density is the maximum value of flux density in the core. So T is the thickness of core laminations. The hysteresis loss can be minimized by using steel of high silicon content, whereas the eddy current loss can be minimized by making the core with thin laminations, the thickness of each lamination ranging from zero point 0.3 to 0.5 mm. Hence, iron losses can be minimized by making core with silicon steel laminations. The alternating flux in the core of a transformer practically remains constant, hence, iron losses are practically constant at all loads. Its variation may be 1 to 3% from no load to full load loss. Iron ore core losses, that Wi is equal to hysteresis loss plus eddy current loss, that is equal to, we can call as constant losses. So here, so in copper losses, uh, the copper losses occur in both the primary and secondary winding due to their ohmic resistance. Total copper losses, that is equal to I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2 plus, now that is equal to I1 square R01 is equal to I2 square R02 watts. It is clear that copper losses vary as the square of the load current or kVA. If the copper losses uh, at full load are WCU, so that is the symbol. Then copper losses at one half or one fourth of full load will be half square W copper or 1 by 4 square copper loss, that is copper loss by 4 or copper loss by 16 respectively. For example, if copper losses at full load at a current of 10 amperes or 400 watt, then the copper losses at one half load 5 amperes will be 5 by 10 whole square into 400, that will be 100 watts, and at one fourth load 2.5 amperes will be 2.5 by 10 whole square into 400, that is equal to 25 watt. The copper losses are the major losses and are maybe 90% of the total losses. Total losses is equal to iron ore core losses Wi plus copper losses W copper, that is equal to constant losses plus variable losses. So, reason for using unit kVA for the transformer rating. Per unit system is a method used in electrical engineering for the analysis to express the voltage, current, kVA, and impedance in per unit of base or reference value of this quantity. The per unit system also makes the calculation easier as all the values are taken in the same unit. The per unit system is mainly used in the circuit where variation in voltage occurs. Definition: the per unit value of any quantity is defined as the ratio of actual value in any unit and the base or reference value in the same unit. Any quantity is converted into per unit quantity by dividing the numerical value by the chosen base value of the same dimension. The per unit value are dimensionless. Per unit value for any system is obtained by choosing a set of base time or reference value which can be chosen arbitrarily, but for the sake of calculation it is a common practice to choose the rated quantities to be the base or reference value. So efficiency of a transformer is, the efficiency of a transformer is defined as the ratio of output power to the input power. It is expressed in percentage and is denoted by efficiency symbol mu. Efficiency is equal to output power by input power, that is output power by output power plus total losses, means input is equal to output power plus total losses. So that is equal to input power minus total losses or input power. These two equations are same, but percentage of efficiency is equal to output power by input power into 100. A good transformer has a very high efficiency in the range of 95 to 99 percentage. The output and input powers may be in watts or kilowatts. Now we are going to discuss about the condition for maximum efficiency of transformer, and we are going to solve a few problems depends on condition for maximum efficiency. So here in this the efficiency of a transformer is maximum at a particular condition. Let full load output power is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2 iron losses. So here in this W naught be the iron losses. So here W naught will be the iron losses, and WCU is the copper losses. The copper losses will be I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2, that is equal to I1 square R01, and that is equal to I2 square R02, that is the copper losses. So this is discussed in last class also. The output power is V2 I2 cos pi 2. So in this condition for maximum efficiency, input power is equal to output power plus losses, that is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2 plus iron losses plus copper losses, that is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2 plus core losses plus I2 square R02, that is the copper losses. And the efficiency is output power by input power into 100, that is V2 I2 cos pi 2 by V2 I2 cos pi 2 plus iron losses plus copper losses, that is I2 square R2 R02 into 100. So here in this the condition for maximum efficiency is obtained when differentiating the above equation with respect to I2 and equating it to 0. So here in this the efficiency of a transformer is maximum at a particular condition. Let full load output copper full load output power is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2, iron losses is equal to Wi, and full load copper losses is equal to W copper Cu, that is equal to I2 square R02, that is equal to I1 square R01. The transformer efficiency is equal to output power by input power, that is equal to output power by output power plus total losses. In this and also the efficiency is output power by output power plus iron losses plus copper loss, and efficiency is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2 by V2 I2 cos pi 2 plus Wi plus I2 square R02. Dividing this equation both numerator and denominator with I2, so we get differentiation of efficiency by di2, that is equal to 0. So then we get I2 square R naught 2 is equal to W naught. So that will be efficiency is equal to V2 cos pi 2 by V2 cos pi 2 plus Wi by I2 plus I2 R naught 2. For a transformer, V2 is approximately constant, hence efficiency is maximum when the denominator is minimum. Hence, to get maximum efficiency, differentiate the denominator with respect to I2 and equate to 0. D by di2 denominator is equal to 0. D by di2 V2 cos pi 2 plus Wi I2 plus I2 into R naught 2, that is equal to 0 minus Wi I2 square plus R naught 2 is equal to 0. So that is equal to I2 square R naught 2 is equal to Wi. So here the I2 square R naught 2 is equal to W naught. Variable copper losses is equal to constant losses. So hence the maximum efficiency occurs at a condition where variable copper losses hence the maximum efficiency occurs at a condition where variable copper losses, that will be I1 square R naught 1 or I2 square R naught 2, is equal to the fixed core loss, that is W naught. So here copper losses is equal to core losses, that is equal to I2 square R naught 2 or I1 square R naught 1, that is equal to core losses. So here the load current at which maximum efficiency occur is given by I2 maximum is equal to under root of core losses by R naught 2, that is equal to I2 under root of W naught by I2 R naught 2. So here where I2 is the full load or rated secondary current. So if both sides of above equation are multiplied by E2 by 1000, we get E2 I2 maximum by 1000, that is equal to E2 I2 by I2 I2 at full load by 1000, the into under root of W naught by full load ohmic losses. Therefore, KVA load for maximum efficiency, that is equal to rated transformer KVA under root of core loss by full load ohmic losses. Rated transformer KVA under root of core loss by full load ohmic losses. So if the load current is kept constant and the load power factor is made variable, the maximum efficiency occur at a condition when load power factor is unity, that is pure resistive. So here so in this we will watch a YouTube video about condition for maximum efficiency.
The bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in previous video we have studied the derivation to derive the value of efficiency of transformer. In this video we are going to derive the formula for the maximum efficiency. So let us study what is the condition for maximum efficiency. We know that the per unit value of the efficiency of transformer at the load current is given by Let I2 be the value of full load current of the transformer and cos phi 2 be the value of load power factor of the transformer. Hence the value of per unit efficiency of the transformer can be written as efficiency is equal to V2I2 cos phi 2 divided by V2I2 cos phi 2 plus I2 square Re2 plus Pi. Here I2 square Re2 is the value of copper loss, whereas Pi is the value of iron loss. If we divide numerator as well as denominator by I2, we get efficiency is equal to V2 cos phi 2 divided by V2 cos phi 2 plus I2 Re2 plus Pi divided by I2. Let it be equation number 2. Now, if we plot the graph of efficiency versus load, the graph can be drawn as the figure shows the graph for the efficiency versus load. If we see here, our y-axis represents the efficiency, whereas the x-axis represents the value of load. We can see that as the load goes on increasing, the value of efficiency also goes on increasing. But at a certain point of the load, we get the value of maximum efficiency, and if we increase the value of load after this point, the efficiency goes on decreasing. Thus, we can say that our efficiency is proportional to the value of load current. Now, if we want to find the value of maximum efficiency, there are two conditions. First condition is that dr by d efficiency is equal to 0, and second condition is t square dr by d efficiency square is greater than 0. Here let us see what is dr. dr is nothing but the denominator of equation 1, hence the value of dr can be written as where dr is equal to v cos phi 2 plus I2 Re2 plus Pi divided by 2. Let it be equation number 2. If we see, the first condition for maximum efficiency is d by d efficiency 2 of dr is equal to 0. So let us solve this equation. Hence ddr by d efficiency is equal to 0. First, let us find the value of ddr by d efficiency. Hence, taking derivative of equation 2 with respect to efficiency, we get derivative of efficiency with respect to current I2 is equal to 0. And the second condition is d square efficiency by d2 square is greater than 0. Now, if we see equation 1, it clearly states that the numerator, that is v cos phi, is nothing but it is constant, hence it can be neglected. So here we can only consider the value of denominator while considering the efficiency. Let dr be the value of denominator, hence dr can be written as dr is equal to v cos phi 2 plus I2 Re2 plus Pi divided by I2. Let it be equation number 2. Now differentiating equation 2 with respect to current I2, we get d by di2 of bracket v cos phi 2 plus I2 Re2 plus Pi divided by I2. Now if we see in this equation, the first term v cos phi 2, both voltage and power factor are constant, hence its derivative with respect to current will be equal to 0. Then the derivative of I2 Re2 with respect to current I2 will be Re2. Similarly, the derivative of Pi divided by I2 with respect to I2 will be minus Pi divided by I2 square. Hence, solving this equation, we get therefore ddr by di2 is equal to Re2 minus Pi divided by I2 square. Now we know that the condition for maximum efficiency is ddr by di2 is equal to 0. So let us equate this equation to 0. Hence, Re2 minus Pi divided by I2 is equal to 0. Now, further simplifying this equation, we get Re2 minus Pi divided by I2 square is equal to 0. So, further simplifying this equation, we get I2 square Re2 minus Pi equal to 0. If we take Pi on that side of equation, we get I2 square Re2 is equal to Pi. Now if we see carefully, I2 square Re2 is nothing but the copper loss. Hence we can write full load copper loss is equal to iron loss. This is the first condition for maximum efficiency. Now we know that the second condition for maximum efficiency is d square dr by di2 square is greater than 0. Now let us differentiate d dr by di2. Hence, taking double derivative of d dr by di2, we get d square dr by di2 square is equal to d by di2 of Re2 minus Pi divided by I2 square. Now the derivative of Re2 with respect to I2 is nothing but 0 because Re2 is a constant. Now if we take the derivative of Pi by I2 square with respect to I2 square, we will get minus 2 Pi divided by I2 raised to 3. Therefore, d2 dr by di2 square is equal to 2 pi divided by I3 cube. And the condition is that this should be greater than 0. Hence, two pi divided by I2 cube is greater than 0. These are the two conditions to obtain the maximum efficiency. Thank you friends for watching this video.
So for conditions for the maximum efficiency, we can watch another YouTube video that is
Thank you friends for watching.
In this tutorial, we will see the condition at which the efficiency of a transformer will reach the maximum value. The efficiency of the transformer is written as V2I2 cos phi 2 divided by V2I2 cos phi 2 plus Pi plus I2 squared R2E. In this, V2 is the terminal voltage across the load, I2 is the load current, and cos phi 2 is the load power factor, and P is the iron loss, and I2 squared R2 is the copper loss. If we see in this equation, the efficiency is the function of I2 by assuming the terminal voltage and the power factor as a constant parameter. So now we'll plot the graph between the load current I2 and the efficiency. When the load increases, the load current will increases. At particular point of time, the efficiency will reach the maximum value. So the load current at which the efficiency reaches the maximum value is the maximum load current, which is denoted as I2M, and the corresponding the maximum efficiency is denoted as eta max. To obtain the maximum efficiency, we have to differentiate this efficiency with respect to I2, and we have to equate this to 0. We assumed the terminal voltage V2 and the power factor is a cos phi 2 is a constant parameter. Only the efficiency will vary with respect to I2. Now we'll differentiate this. D by di2 of efficiency formula is V2 I2 cos phi 2 divided by V2 I2 cos phi 2 plus iron loss Pi plus the copper loss I2 squared R2E. So we have to differentiate this efficiency formula and we have to equate to 0. We know that the d by dx of u by v is equal to v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx by v square. We are going to apply the same formula here. So d by dx of u by v is v into du by dx. So here v is the denominator portion. So write the denominator as it is v2 I2 cos phi 2 plus ti plus I2 squared R2E into d by dx of u. So now we have to differentiate this u with respect to I2. So the value will be v2 cos phi 2 into di2 by di2 is 1 minus u. U is v2 I2 cos phi 2 into d by dx of v. Now we have to differentiate this, the denominator portion with respect to I2. So v2 I2 cos phi, if you differentiate with respect to I2, we'll get v2 cos phi 2. Pi is the constant, so we'll get 0 plus if you differentiate I2 squared R2E with respect to I2, we'll get 2 I2 R2E. Now we have to equate this to 0. Here v2 cos phi 2 is common term in both sides. Take v2 cos phi 2 outside. So we'll get v2 I2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus I2 squared R2E. So we took the v2 cos phi 2 outside minus, in this we took v2 cos phi 2 outside, so we have I2. So I2 into v2 cos phi 2. So minus into plus minus, so minus 2 I2 squared R2E equal to 0. If v2 cos phi 2 goes this side, it will be 0. So v2 I2 cos phi 2 plus pi plus I2 squared R2E minus v2 I2 cos phi 2 minus 2 I2 squared R2E is equal to 0. v2 I2 cos phi 2, v2 I2 cos phi 2 will get cancel each other. So we have pi minus I2 squared R2E minus 2 I2 squared R2E will be I2 squared R2E equal to 0. So which is equal to pi is equal to I2 squared R2E. So I2 squared R2E is nothing but the copper loss. So the condition for the maximum efficiency is the iron loss should be equal to the copper loss. The condition for maximum efficiency is the copper loss should be equal to the iron loss. So the P copper loss should be equal to the iron loss. So in this point, the current I2 will attain the maximum value when the copper loss is equal to the iron loss. This is simple. Just differentiate the efficiency equation with respect to I2 and equate it to 0, because the efficiency is the function of I2. Efficiency will vary with respect to the load. So if the load varies, the load current will be varied. So that's why we are differentiating the efficiency with respect to the load current and we are equating it to 0 by assuming the V2 and cos phi 2 is a constant parameter. In this Pi is the iron loss, I2 squared R2 is the copper loss, R2 is the equivalent resistance referred at the secondary side. Then I2M is the load current at which the efficiency reaches the maximum value and we are denoting it as the I2M, and the maximum efficiency we are denoting it as the eta max. The final condition is the copper loss should be equal to the iron loss. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe.
So here the condition for maximum efficiency The maximum efficiency of a transformer is a maximum at the particular condition. Let full load output power V2 I2 cos pi 2, iron losses is equal to Wi, and full load copper losses that is equal to I2 square R naught 2 or I1 square R naught 1. Transformer efficiency is equal to output power by input power. So that is output power by output power plus total losses. So that is equal to output power by output power plus iron losses plus copper losses. So that efficiency is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2 by V2 I2 cos pi 2 plus W iron losses plus I2 square R naught 2. Dividing equation, this equation both numerator and denominator with I2, we get efficiency is equal to V2 cos pi 2 by V2 cos pi 2 plus iron losses by I2 plus I2 R naught 2. So for a transformer, V2 is approximately constant, hence efficiency is maximum when the denominator is minimum. Hence, to get maximum efficiency, differentiate the denominator with respect to I2 and equate to 0. So that is equal to d by di2, denominator is equal to 0. So that equal to di by di2 v2 cos pi 2 plus wi by I2 plus I2 R naught 2, that is equal to 0 plus wi by I2 square plus R naught is equal to 0. So that is I2 square R naught is equal to wi. This means copper losses is equal to iron losses. So here hence efficiency of a transformer will be maximum when copper losses or variable losses are equal to iron losses, that is constant losses. So the load current I2 corresponding to maximum efficiency is given by I2 is equal to under root of Wi by R naught 2. So how to calculate the efficiency? Knowing the iron losses and copper losses, we can calculate the efficiency at any load and power factor as follows. Let iron losses is equal to Wi, copper losses at full load is equal to W copper, transformer output is equal to full load VA into power factor, and that is equal to V2 I2 cos pi 2. So transformer efficiency is equal to output by input, that is equal to output by output plus total losses. So that is equal to full load VA into power factor by full load VA into power factor plus WA plus the copper losses. The efficiency can also be calculated at any given load, that is say x times the full load iron losses at any load Wi. Copper losses at a load x times full load I2 square R naught 2 is equal to x square into copper losses. When x is the ratio of load current I2 to secondary full load current, then transformer output at load x is equal to x into full load VA into power factor. Transformer efficiency is equal to output by input, that is equal to output by output plus total losses. For maximum efficiency, copper losses is equal to iron losses, that is equal to x square into copper losses into is equal to iron losses. X is equal to under root of iron losses by copper losses, so that is under root of iron losses by full load copper losses. Load current corresponding to maximum efficiency, that is equal to full load QVA into under root of iron losses by full load copper losses. So separation of core losses, there are two types of core losses, namely hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. Hysteresis loss WH is equal to KH B maximum power 1.6 FE watts. Eddy current loss W is equal to Ke maximum flux density square F square T square V watts. For a given transformer, the maximum flux density WH directly proportional to F and WE proportional to F square, or WH is equal to AF and W is equal to BF square. The total iron losses Wi is equal to WH plus We is equal to AF plus BF square, or Wi by F is equal to A plus BF. So this is the calculation of the efficiency. And next we go for solve the few problems. Depends on maximum condition for efficiency. So here, we go for first example. In a transformer, the core loss is found to be 52 watt at 50 hertz, at 40 hertz, and 90 watt at 60 hertz. So both losses being measured at the same peak flux density, compute the hysteretic and eddy current losses at 50 hertz. So here the data is given by at 40 hertz iron loss or core losses W naught is equal to 52 watt, and at frequency 60 hertz iron losses or core losses W naught is equal to 90 watt. Required data is copper loss and hysteresis loss. So here the problem is total core losses W naught is equal to AF plus BF square. So here where A and B are the constant and constant flux density values. So here core losses by F is equal to A plus BF. When F is equal to 40 hertz, we have 52 by 40, that is equal to A plus 40B. That is the equation 1. When F is equal to 60 hertz, we have 90 by 60, that is equal to A plus 60B. So here solving the equation, we get A is equal to 0.9 and B is equal to 0.001. So here we can solving the equation 1 and equation 2, from after calculation of these two equations, we will get A is equal to 0.9 and B is equal to 0.01. So on knowing the constant A and B, core loss at any frequency can be calculated. At 50 hertz, the two losses are hysteresis loss WH is equal to AF, that is equal to 0.9 into 50, that is equal to 45 watts. Eddy current loss W is equal to BF, that is equal to 0.01 into 50, that is equal to 25 watt. So this is the first example, and we go for another example. Example 2. A 1000 volts 50 hertz supply a transformer results in 650 watt hysteresis loss and 400 watts eddy current loss. If both the applied voltage and frequency are double, find the new core losses. So here they given at 1000 volts F is equal to 50 hertz and hysteresis losses is equal to 650 watts and eddy current losses is equal to 400 watts. We know V is equal to approximately equal to E, that is equal to 4.44 maximum flux density into F into N into A. So from this V1 by V2, that is equal to F1 maximum flux density 1 and maximum by F2 into maximum flux density 2, and N and A are the constants. So here if both applied voltage and frequency are doubled, V2 is equal to 2V1, F2 is equal to 2F1, V1 by 2V1 is equal to F1, B maximum flux density 1 by 2F1 maximum flux density 2, that is equal to Bm1 is equal to Bm2. We know that hysteresis loss WH is equal to KHF B maximum flux density power 1.6. So here hysteresis loss 2 by hysteresis loss 1, that is equal to F2 maximum flux density power 1.6 by F1 maximum flux density 1 power 1.6. Here this will be 2 cancelled, so remaining is only 2. So from this WH2 by 650 is equal to 2. From here WH2 is equal means hysteresis loss 2 is equal to 650 into 2. So that is 1300 watts. We know that eddy current loss WE is equal to KEF square maximum flux density square, that is equal to eddy current loss 2 by eddy current loss 1, that is equal to F2 square maximum flux density 2 square by F1 square maximum flux density 1 square. So that is F1 square maximum flux density 1 square by F2 square maximum flux density 1 square will be cancelled. So we get eddy current loss 2 by 400 is equal to 4. So eddy current loss 2 is equal to 400 into 4, that is equal to 1600 watts. The total core loss at 1050 hertz. W naught is equal to hysteresis loss plus hysteresis loss 2 plus eddy current loss 2, that is equal to 1300 plus 1600, that is equal to 2900 watt. So next we go for example 3. So here a transformer has the no load loss of 55 watts when the primary voltage is 250 volts of frequency 50 hertz and the no load loss of 41 watt when the primary voltage is 200 volts of frequency of 40 hertz. So determine the hysteresis loss and eddy current loss at 250 volts 50 hertz. So here the given data is at voltage 250 volts, frequency is 50 hertz, core loss W naught is equal to 55 watts. At V is equal to 200 volts, F is equal to 50 hertz, core loss is equal to 41 watt. We know that total core loss W naught is equal to WH plus WE, that is equal to KH voltage power 1.6 F into 0.6 plus KE into V square. So this is the formula for hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. So where KH and KE are the constants for constant flux density. So here in this, it is equal to 55 is equal to KH into 250 power 1.6 into 50 power minus 0.6 plus KE 250 square. 41 is equal to KH 200 whole power 1.6 40 power minus 0.6 plus KE of 200 square. 55 is equal to 656.38 kH plus 62,500 ke, that is the equation 1, and 41 is equal to 525.12 kH plus 40,000 ke. This is the equation 2. Solving the above equations 1 and 2, we get kh is equal to 0.0552 and ke is equal to 0.0003. So here hysteresis loss WH is equal to KH V power 1.6 F power minus 0.6, that is equal to 0.0552 of 250 power 1.6 into 50 of minus 0.6, that is equal to 36.232 watts. So eddy current loss W is equal to KeV square by 0.003 of 250 square, that is equal to 18.75 watts. So this is the today's problem, and we go for summary. So here in this we have the condition at maximum efficiency, that will be variable when variable copper losses are equal to constant iron losses. So KVA load for maximum efficiency, that is equal to rated transformer KVA under root of core loss by full load ohmic losses. So this is the summary about the maximum condition, and we have here few quiz questions, and also we have the few frequently asked questions, that are: derive the condition for maximum efficiency of a single phase transformer, and the iron losses in a transformer core at normal flux density was measured at frequencies of 30 and 50 Hz. The results are 30 watts and 54 watts respectively. Calculate the hysteresis loss and eddy current losses at 50 Hz. So this is the today class, that is condition for maximum efficiency. Thank you.